Look back at your life right now, not at the highlights, but at the potential you left on the table, the dreams whispered only to yourself, the opportunities you watched float by because taking action felt too risky. We all stand at a crossroads every single day, the path of comfort, which leads to safety and predictability, or the path of risk, which leads to fulfillment and the realization of your truest self. And here is the harsh truth. Most people choose comfort. They choose to settle. They settle for a job they tolerate, a relationship they've outgrown, and a life far smaller than the one they were meant to live. But settling for less does more than just prevent success, it poisons the soul with regret. Imagine reaching the end of your journey, looking back and realizing that the greatest pain wasn't failure, but the gnawing ache of unfulfilled potential. The dreams that were never pursued, the risks that were never taken. The most profound question you must answer today is, what are you going to do right now to ensure that in the future you have zero regrets? To truly live a fulfilling life, you must accept that taking risks is not an option, it's a necessity. It is the essential ingredient. If you are not taking calculated risks, you are inherently settling. You are avoiding the very challenges that would force you to grow into the person you are capable of becoming. We fear failure so much that we build walls around ourselves, constructing these little comfort zones, believing they will keep us safe. But a comfort zone isn't a sanctuary, it's a cage. It keeps you small. Think about it. Every monumental achievement in human history, every invention, every artistic masterpiece, every act of courage was preceded by someone deciding that the risk of stepping into the unknown was worth the chance of a profound reward. They understood that the risk wasn't in failing, the risk was in not trying. Your life is calling you outside the walls of that cage. It's time to realize your true potential is found just beyond the limits of your current comfort zone. There is a profound, unforgettable quote from Nelson Mandela that should act as a mirror to your own ambition. There is no passion in playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. His words remind us that our fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. Our own brilliance intimidates us, and so we dim our light. We play small, hoping others won't notice, hoping we won't have to face the responsibility that comes with our gifts. But the world doesn't need people who play small. The world needs the full, unedited, passionate version of you. The world needs you to pursue that audacious vision and that incredible potential. Stop negotiating with yourself about what you can achieve. Stop letting fear dictate your ceilings. Your greatest limitation isn't circumstance, it is your own self-imposed permission to live with less. The journey begins with dreaming big. We're often told this, and we wholeheartedly embrace the idea of grand visions. But a dream by itself is just an unfulfilled aspiration. It's vapor. To manifest reality, dreams must be anchored and supported by clear, actionable goals. A dream is the destination, a goal is the map. Without defined steps, without checkpoints, without a clear direction, that incredible dream remains firmly lodged. This says the difference between saying, I want to be wealthy and I will save X amount this month, invest Y% into this specific asset, and acquire Z skill this quarter. Stop spending your time just wishing for a better life. Start creating a strategy for one. Define the goals that serve the dream. Break those goals down into steps you can take today. Because the momentum you build from achieving small, clear goals is what ultimately carries you across the bridge from where you are to where you are destined to be. Now, let's talk about the obstacle that stops more people than anything else: failure. We need to radically redefine what failure is. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a critical, unavoidable part of the process. It is the cost of entry for anyone who is actually trying. If you are avoiding failure, you are doing one of two things. Either you are not setting your sights high enough, or you are not trying hard enough. True effort involves risk, and risk inherently involves the potential for a setback. Failure is a universal experience. Every successful entrepreneur, every loving parent, every dedicated professional, every historical icon, they all face rejection, collapse, and moments of utter defeat. It's not something you can avoid. It's something you must embrace. Accept this reality: failure is coming. And when it arrives, it is not a sign that you should quit, but a clear signal that you are fully engaged in life's challenges. You are in the game. Think about the great exemplars of persistence. Consider Thomas Edison. Before he successfully commercialized the light bulb, he faced thousands, literally thousands of failed attempts. Reggie Jackson, the legendary baseball player, holds the record for the most career strikeouts in Major League Baseball history. He failed publicly, repeatedly, and spectacularly. Yet he is enshrined in the Hall of Fame. These figures illustrate a vital principle. The sheer number of failures eventually contributed to groundbreaking, lasting success. Their repeated falls weren't career-ending moments. They were essential data points. They didn't see a flaw in themselves. They saw a flaw in the process, which they then corrected. Your failures are not fatal, they are formative. Every setback, every mistake, every unexpected detour is a lesson disguised as a disaster. It's shaping your character, it's hardening your resolve, and it's providing you with the resilience needed to stand firm when success finally arrives. The only true failure is quitting after the fall. And that brings us to the most powerful concept of all: falling forward. What does it truly mean to fall forward? It means that when you inevitably fall, when the project collapses, when the relationship ends, when the deal goes south, you ensure that the direction of your fall is always toward your goal. You don't retreat. You don't collapse inward. You land on your hands, absorb the shock, and look up to see what the experience taught you. Failure, in this sense, becomes a critical guide in determining your life's trajectory. That unexpected path forged in the heat of a setback is often exactly where you needed to go. The challenge of a setback forces you to pivot, to innovate, and to discover strengths you never knew you possessed. Falling forward means you refuse to let an ending be anything less than a brand new beginning. It means you keep the momentum even when you're down. Setbacks are often the only way we gain true self-discovery. When everything is going smoothly, we operate on autopilot. It is only when adversity strikes that we are forced to pause, reflect, and ask the essential questions: why did this happen? What do I truly value? Who do I want to be next? The experiences of failure often lead to unexpected opportunities. Maybe the career failure opens up time for a side project you are truly passionate about. These moments, which feel like the crushing end of a road, are actually where the deepest personal growth takes root. To fall forward, you must be open to new ideas, even uncomfortable ones. You must be willing to analyze the wreckage, extract the lesson, and re-engineer your approach. This continuous process of taking risks, learning from the inevitable fallout, and integrating that learning is the engine of personal development and the surest path to achieving your greatest dreams. Fulfilling your potential isn't just about personal wealth or fame, it is about service. The world is constantly in need of assistance. It needs the unique constellation of gifts, talents, and resources that only you possess. You have knowledge to offer, kindness to share, patience to lend, and a unique perspective on solving problems. The challenge is not that you lack the gifts. The challenge is effectively deploying them to help others. So take action on those dreams you've been procrastinating. Embrace the opportunities you've been overlooking. Because every time you step up and give your unique gift, whether it's knowledge, time, or creativity, you are not just fulfilling your own potential, you're making the world a better, brighter place. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start making a difference right now. Use your challenges and your unique journey to lift others